Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. This is Life in Denver. Today we're gonna be covering what it's like living in downtown Denver and seeing if that's for you.
Hey guys, and if you're into sports, this is one you definitely don't want to miss. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. I am Monique. This is my business partner, Joe. And if you are new to the channel, guys, please don't forget to click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, as we do update content twice a week.
That's right, guys. Also, we are licensed realtors out here in the state of Colorado. So any real estate needs you guys have, any questions you have, anything we can help with at all, that number popping up down below. We are the ones who answer the phone calls, text messages, emails, all that fun stuff. So we'd love to hear from you anytime. But otherwise, let's jump into things. Is downtown living in Denver for you? All right, guys, so jumping into things, as always, we love to just give you a little area description of what it's like living downtown. Obviously, I'm sure a ton of you guys have already been to cities. You get what a city's like. But Denver specifically, Denver is a full-fledged city. You have everything you need, but it is going to be on the smaller side compared to if you're coming from like maybe a Manhattan or a Chicago or just some of these truly like large-scale cities. It's not to that size. It's still a bit of a secondary city, but that's really nice too, because what comes with that is it's not going to reflect Manhattan pricing, right? So you're not going to have these crazy $5,000 a month apartments. You can find them, but you don't have to pay that. Like you can find stuff within a reasonable budget. So definitely just something I want to call out to give you guys context of what it's like living here.
Right, and if you are living downtown, there are opportunities to find condos where you can pay $5,000 a month.
You could,
In
definitely
Denver,
an option.
that's definitely an option, but because it is in the city, that's primarily what you'll find. You'll find luxury condos, apartments, luxury apartments. Downtown Denver actually doesn't have many single family residences. It's difficult to find. As in none, yes, exactly. However, you can find some in the outskirts a little bit away from the city. So I know Rhino, for example, has a lot of duplexes and multifamily options in terms of being able to, purchase something that's not necessarily a condo. However, downtown Denver, primarily condos, guys, and you can definitely work with the budget. However, a lot of them are luxury apartments or luxury condos, so you will be paying a little more. Some few things to note with that is with condos, there are usually HOAs, and there is also usually a fee for parking. So because you are downtown, you don't necessarily have a designated area to park. You will have to pay for that typically, depending on, where you purchase your condo. For example, I know the Glass House you can have parking underground or, the first few levels. But however, if you are a resident there, you do have to pay for that additional.
And it's probably something you want to, because especially come wintertime, it'd be awesome to have a covered garage. So something, if you are thinking about living downtown, highly recommend looking into the parking. But again, if you want to save that little bit of money, because this is something we recommend a lot to our clients as well. So if you're thinking of spending X amount on a condo downtown, you're going to factor in obviously that potential HOA, that potential parking fee. So maybe
another thing too to remember is the special assessments. So for example, if something breaks in the communal area, or the condo has to replace the roof, those costs are then basically prorated to all of the residents that are within that condo. So that's another thing that you do definitely need to budget for.
Let's just add to my point then. I'm glad you jumped in on that.
There you go.
So, so if you're going to think about how much you're going to spend on those items right there, you might be able to take that and apply that to, like Monique was saying, something a little further north, like in Rhino area, or even just any other Denver neighborhoods that aren't truly downtown, and put that towards maybe a townhome or a single family. Because what will happen is if you're spending another $500 to $1,000 potentially, depending on these costs, on those other items, that's a lot towards your purchase price in one of these true single families. So definitely something to consider. Just always be thinking about the business side of things as well. All right, so obviously we give you a little idea of what it's like down here. What comes with the city though is always the sports. So Denver has no lack of good sporting teams over here. I feel like you got to call out the ones that just won, right? So the Nuggets, they play over at Ball Arena. They just took the championship this year. Great team. Same team that plays over there too is the Colorado Avalanche, and they just won the Stanley Cup recently too. So two powerhouse teams. If you're a sports fan, this is a great spot for you. And shortly close to Ball Arena is Empower Field, where the Broncos play too. So that's probably the most popular sporting team out here, I would say, by far. Just everyone loves football, but that's a really, really cool stadium. They have not only football going on over there, they have concerts. They have around like the 4th of July fireworks that go off of these stadiums. So a ton of stuff to do. Even if you're not into sports, like you can totally still enjoy the stadium area.
Right, and with that too, there is
Coors Field too. Yeah.
Coors Field, the baseball, right? Don't forget baseball.
I know. Come on.
I'm
not trying to be a baseball hater over here.
Who watches baseball and who doesn't?
You can tell what teams I like.
Exactly. So Coors Field is super cool. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stadium. And one of the cool things too, like Joe mentioned, they also have like fireworks for 4th of July and other things like that. So definitely an option during the summer months. And one of the things that's actually cool about Crisfield as well is it's actually across the street from McGregor Square. McGregor Square is new, is relatively new to the city. And one of the cool things about it is, listen, if you don't want to shell out, you know, a couple $100 easily, to go to the
especially
tickets,
the Broncos,
get some hot dogs, get some drinks, or whatever the case may be, but you also don't want to stay home, you can definitely go to McGregor Square and catch the games there. There's cool little options in terms of going to the little mini markets that are within McGregor Square, and also grabbing a drink, sitting outside. They have this huge screen that you could definitely like watch sports. I know, you know, they had a lot of Nuggets like watch game parties, and the Nuggets were in the championship game. So definitely something that you can do with your family or with your friends, or even date night. So definitely something that
definitely worth checking out. Definitely worth saving a little bit of cash
Joe
there.
is going to leave it out, but I think it is something that's very important. And it is a cool little option for you as well. Another cool thing that I do want to call out, guys, if you're not into like the mini markets or like the little restaurants within McGregor Square, downtown Denver has a lot of options in terms of restaurants. You definitely have your upscale restaurants like your steakhouses. You also have like your modern cuisine, different type of Asian food, different type of, I just feel like Denver's really well diverse.
Always going down for the Mexican food. Fire here. Yes. Some of the best here.
Yes. So definitely options in terms of downtown of where you can go and dine. You know, just offers various options for many people, especially if you're like, want to try new steakhouses, want to try different type of fusion restaurants. Definitely a cool option for people who are looking to get out. Night in the city.
No, absolutely. And I don't want to mislead anyone in the sense talking about how Denver is like a smaller secondary city, right? You do have a full-fledged variety of restaurants. It's not like some of these smaller cities, like, you know, I spent some time living down south for a while. They kind of had just, you know, a select few items they were really into cooking down there. Here you have just everything you can ever imagine food-wise. So you're not gonna have any kind of struggle there. And two, what comes with the city is, yes, it's not gonna be as jam-packed as like in New York, for example, but it is still a little tricky getting around transportation-wise. So you could definitely do a car, definitely an option. But some other cool options too is you have, especially like the 16th Street Mall area, this free bus that will take you from one end of the mall to the other. So you're able to go outside, spend some time, hop on that bus, you know, get around very easily. And if you don't like buses, you also have those little scooters. I see those everywhere down here. Everybody loves hopping on like they're like a Uber or a Lyft scooter. You can scan the scooter rate with the app, jump on, get around, pop it wherever you're done. You're not worried about parking. So that's another real easy way to get around the city. You'll see a ton of people doing that, especially after sporting events. That's a big one because your Ubers are going to get jammed up in a ton of traffic. So if you can hop on one of those, you're free. You're flowing out of there in like 5 seconds. So that's a really good alternative. And then two, just getting a little bit outside the city. If you want to go jump over to Union Station, first of all, it's a beautiful station. Like even if you just want to hang out there and have a coffee and enjoy the inside is gorgeous, but it will take you over to DIA, get you to and from the airport. So if you're worried about, hey, I want to come visit Denver even, I don't want to, you know, rent a car, mess with all that, you can just hop on Union Station, get in and out on the train there. That's a very easy way to get around, as well as it has access to a lot of the suburbs too. So like, you know, we love some of the suburbs. I speak on Littleton all the time where I live. You have a light rail station, it'll take you right over to there. It's not full scale to where every suburb has access, but you know, a good amount of them do. So that can make life easy commuting in and out of the city as well.
Okay, so we touched on all the other activities that there are to do here in downtown Denver, and one of the important ones that I don't want to miss is the entertainment. What can you do for fun outside of sporting events?
Sports,
if you're not into doing the restaurants thing, we definitely have a cool comedy works where, you know, you have comedians come down and you can go and watch different types of shows. Also, if you are into watching movies and hitting movie theaters, we do have a United Artists Theater here in the 16th Street Mall. So definitely something downtown that you can do. You know, you can park somewhere, grab a scooter, take it down the 16th Street Mall, or catch the bus and take it to the theater and definitely, you know, watch different movies and things like that. There's also a nightclub within the 16th Street Mall where, you know, they offer Latin nights, different type of music, opportunities, you know, to get out. There's also 3 strikes where you can go bowling and a lot of games if you do have kids and you want to take them out on the town. And then last but not least, you also have an outdoor option, which is the Platte River.
Yes.
And what I wanted to touch on that is basically it runs through downtown and you can, through Confluence Park, basically take your bike and, you know, ride your bike along the trail. You can also bring your dog and let them get in the water and play with other dogs. A lot of people do that.
Bring a towel.
Denver. Yes. And if you're from Denver, you will know and you will see dogs everywhere. So definitely an option for you to bring Fido out. So definitely something cool to check out. And it's really nice in the day, like a really picturesque view in terms of the city and having the options to go out with your family. So always something to do for everybody here in Denver.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing about the city. It's really cool. So I touch on how it's maybe not the same size as some of these huge metros, but it does feel like a city for the most part. What's cool about it though is you have city feel to it, but you also have just a ton of greenery, a ton of nature, a ton of rivers like Monique's speaking on. Just it kind of sets itself apart from a lot of these other areas because some of these areas will feel like a concrete jungle, frankly. But this is very nature-like. It feels like Colorado out here, even being in the city. So just something worth calling out as well.
Yeah, guys, and as much as Joe and I love doing these videos for you, we would also love to help you with any real estate needs you may have. Do remember that Joe and I are licensed realtors here in the state of Colorado. If you have any real estate needs, please feel free to contact us, text, email, phone call on the information that you see on your screen. Thank you so much for joining, and we will talk to you next time.
That's right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you guys soon.